Hey everyone, this is Angel Parker, and I'm coming to y'all with another episode on the Mystic Veil podcast. And today I would like to touch on the topic on how to have emotional stability because I want to teach you guys how to have emotional intelligence and things like that because us reacting over stuff can set us back in so many ways and we don't realize it. And I'm here to help y'all so y'all won't set yourself back and actually move forward, you know? So we may first talk about what is having emotional stability. Emotional stability is the ability to manage and express emotions in a healthy way, even when facing stress. The cause of why people tend to be emotionally unstable is because of genetic reasons. So it could be something that goes through the family. It could be like a generational curse type thing that you need to break. And it's something that you genuinely need to break in order to stop this curse from happening, and heal your family, your lineage. Another thing is mental health history, like traumatic events. I know a lot of people, they experience a lot of like traumatic things in their life that could like really trigger you and your emotions badly, and it cause you to be emotionally unstable. Another thing is exposure to certain stimulations such as drug use and abuse. These signs that somebody that's struggling with the drug abuse or just abuse in general is they get socially withdrawn, they get very irritable and make poor decisions by under the influence of these things, whether it's drugs or alcohol, like alcoholics. I'm not gonna say because people smoke ganja and stuff like that, but the ones that do it heavy, I'm talking about the ones that has a habit of it. um but the let's talk about the signs of emotional stability and what it looks like. So one is sudden angry outbursts. So you know how when people tell you something about yourself, some people, not everybody does this because like I said, everybody already have emotional stability. But these people that don't have it, sometimes they may not like what the person said or they overreacted and things like that. And you don't want to do that because that can set you back 10 times more by reacting for no reason, like out of anger and stuff, for like really for no reason. And then you're gonna like regret it. And this is another thing. Another sign is guilt from anger outbursts. So that's what I said. You didn't feel guilty because it's like, dang, I really just overreacted for no reason with this person, and they was just there to help me and stuff like that. Or like if you got in a situation where you got into somebody at the grocery store because they did something that you didn't like, or like they were genuinely trying to help you. Like say if a worker, they're trying to help you and you're getting upset. This actually happened to me before when I was at Sears. She was already, I could tell she had a bad day, and she had her grandkids, and my sister ended up being there because she came to see me while she was in the mall. I was working at Sears. She was already mad, so when she was using the touchscreen thing, she was getting upset because it wasn't working, but she was taking it out on me. But me personally, I'm the type of person, I'm very understanding. I see why she's upset, but I'm not gonna jeopardize my job either. But of course, if she put her hands on me, it's a different story. Plus, my sister was there. My sister would have handled it if she had to, and I wouldn't even tell them that I knew her. But anyway, she got mad with me, got angry, talking crazy, and she kept trying to tap and got mad. So instead of me basically go arguing with her and stuff after she was kind of somewhat being disrespectful, I just sat there and let her, like I was patient with her. And so when it wasn't working, I tapped it for her. I did that. And I know she felt some type of way because it's like, how come you're not reacting to what I'm doing? And it's because I understand why you're upset, and I know you don't really mean it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let you get me out of character either. So that's something that you should have when you experience things like this, unless you like really disrespect it, and they just doing it just because it's a difference. But that's another thing. But yeah, did I say already guilt from angry outbursts? That's another thing of emotional stability. So that stresses people out because, like I said, they feel guilty and stuff. But I think I already had said that. But another thing is physical signs of anxiety and fear. So we tend to beat ourselves up and stress ourselves out, and it can mess with us mentally and emotionally, and it's not really a good thing because we have like a anxiety and fear of what something may happen to us, and we don't need to be worrying too much about that. And anxiety can get the best of us. I was thinking about the was it Dochi? Anxiety, shake it off and okay, let's be for real. But one of the main reasons we struggle with emotional stability is due to an individual upbringing that can influence their likelihood of both addictions and emotional stability. So the reason why I say it is because it's about a person that was raised, um, a person that could have been raised by an emotionally unstable parent can really affect them in so many ways, and they most likely would end up developing these signs and symptoms of their own emotional stability. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I grew up in a household where that happened. My mom, she's she's emotional, she's sensitive, but she's kind of closed off with it. So we told her about it. Like, she's not the one where you like, she don't mind hugs and stuff like that, but she's still like, I don't know, it's different, but we don't blame her for it. I still love my mom. We told her about it, and she knows about it. She laughs about it, and we laugh about it too. But it's on us to change that. Like, we shouldn't try to make our parents hold accountability for our own childhood trauma and stuff like that. We just got to fix those things. I dealt with this because I grew up in a family home where a lot of things went on, and it was just crazy. But I'm not gonna speak on it because these are my people's business. Okay. Um, but yes, we really get, like, we learn from our parents, and we end up taking it and doing exactly what we did growing up, because this is what we were taught, and people don't realize that what we do now today, if we haven't did the work, we do exactly what we were taught from our parents and stuff, and we have to really change our perspective about that, because everything that we learn from our parents is not always good. Nobody's perfect, remember that too. So we got to take the good traits of them, and whatever that was bad, we need to heal that within us, so we don't carry that into our next generation, because that can affect our generation. And that's why I'm so strong on like doing right and healing and stuff like that, because I want my generation to know what's good for them and how they should be, you know. And our parents did their best job to raise us as well, so don't get mad at your parents either, okay? Um, but now we're about to talk about how to have emotional stability. One is practice mindfulness. Basically, like, bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. It helps us be aware of our thoughts, our feelings, and physical sensation, and the response, and to respond to them in a more mindful and intentional way. So I'm the type of person, I think and I listen before I speak, but sometimes I can go off because like I can immediately hear them out, and like I'd be like, nah, I'm not finna no. But I really do try to listen before I speak. So guys, try to do that. And then if you feel like it's too much at that moment, step away, get it some space, and tell them that I'll come back and we'll talk about this later. But don't try to avoid it either. Come back later and talk about it if you need to. Take that space to calm down if you need to. All those type of things. Another way is learn to manage stress. Stress is pretty normal in our daily life, but when it becomes chronic, and it can take a toll on our emotional well-being, um that's like basically a problem. So you really got to manage to like not stress yourself. Me, like I said, I show gratitude, and I think about the positive side of the aspect rather than the negative. That's another way to like manage that too. Because when we do that, we don't look at the bigger picture of things if we choose to be emotionally unstable on that part. So you really got to look at the bigger picture, because y'all, I'm in the country now. But yeah, you have to really like calm yourself down, because we be like losing it because of that. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, the ways to manage this is exercising, relaxation techniques, or seeking social support. You can meditate, things like that. I already told y'all that. Y'all could do like yoga and stuff like that. That's fun. I'm not gonna lie. I actually want to get into yoga for real. Like, I actually want to go take classes for real. I think I would have fun doing it. Another way is practicing self compassion. Self compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness, and the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend or family. So don't be sitting here so genuine to others, but you're not even genuine to yourself, because you got to love on you too as well. So it's really all about recognizing that we all make mistakes, and that it's okay because we're imperfect. Stop trying to be so perfect, okay? Um, and that's what now today is the problem now. Like, people that do go to church and stuff like that, like, they're so fixated on being perfect because this is what you're being told to do and stuff like that. But like I said, God has a forgiving heart, and if you're not intentionally doing it, then that's fine. Just ask for forgiveness and repent, like I told you guys. Um, we all make mistakes, bro. We all do. So nobody can't shame you for what you do. None of that. But like the only problem is if you can't hold accountability, that's a problem. But that's for God to be dealing with, not us. It's not our problem. Okay. And it's like you need to have less negative self talk, negative self judgment, increase feelings of self worth as well. So I try to not really like talk bad about myself, like I said, because I used to be so negative about myself, my flaws and everything. But I started loving my flaws and all those type of things. And then it's like, if you don't love it, then change it about you, okay? But make sure you're doing it for you and not for validation. A lot of people nowadays do it for validation, and I don't do that. I never really cared, but I did care about how people view me, but not like cared of who I really was. But I really don't care. I'm proud of who I am today, and I know my self worth, and I don't play about it. I set boundaries, and that's another thing you gotta do is set boundaries too, as well. Um, Another way is learning to express your emotions in a healthy way. You can do this through writing, art, exercising, or seeking social support. As well as practicing good communication, such as using I as statements and expressing yourself without judgment. So there's times where I talk to people, and when I had like my own opinion, some people are emotionally unstable and they react a certain way when it comes to people's opinions and perspectives. I always express myself with I. But what bugs me the most is when I do this with people that is emotionally unstable in a sense or don't have a good understanding of what I'm trying to say. They try to make it seem like I'm judging them or like trying to switch their perspective. But I'm saying I feel. I'd be like, I feel. I'm not saying this is what you're doing, or like if I was in a relationship and I express how I feel about something, and I'm not gonna accuse you of you doing something. I'm just saying I feel. So when I say I feel, this is how I see it, but I know you it may be different on your end. So that's why I put I in. And sometimes people still get confused. It's cool, but I'm here to get you to understand. But if you don't understand, it is what it is. Because some people they'll keep going just because they don't understand and they be ignorant. Ignorant is bliss. So I don't entertain it whatsoever. Um, and that's last but not least is seek therapy. So all these things will bring you a sense of calmness and resilience. It allows you to manage stress and navigate challenges, maintain healthy relationships while also fostering self-awareness and empathy. So y'all, I am an empath, if y'all didn't know. So this is why I have so much, in a sense, emotional stability. But and I'm very understanding of why people act a certain way, because I'm the type of person, when I'm close to somebody, I like to know like why they act a certain way, where their stems from, and like what they should do to get it fixed, like heal from it and stuff. And this is what I do internally to myself. I always isolate myself and I think about the actions that I made previously, like so far in my life. I always sit out and talk to God and stuff, try to figure out the answers and stuff. And I change a lot. Like every time I go isolate, I always end up changing and I pop back out. It's because like I'm learning about myself. And like I said, I'm not only a teacher, I'm a student. So I can still learn while I'm also teaching others as well. So this time that I was emotionally acting unstable, but not always. The only time is when people like really bother me. But then I'm like, dang, why did I do that? Like, I really think to myself, like, why did that? I did that for no reason. Even though I was in the right, it's like I didn't have to do all that. And then I learned from it because I'm like, yeah, don't do that again. I just don't be myself no more. But I used to. I used to be so stressed. I don't stress no more. I just let everything go. I do. And what's crazy is this topic actually came about because I actually was on the phone with somebody. We were talking about stuff like this, and it was dealing with emotional stability. So I'm like, bro, that's crazy. So just like say if somebody starting beef with you because you cut them off, because I'm telling you now, I cut a lot of people off, and they start going crazy. Like they start like trying to pick at me and stuff, and then it takes a lot for me to explode. And I don't know why some people love to see me do that, just because they want to like have me be looked at from people as if I'm crazy and I'm just randomly having an outburst and being like, man, no, these people poke and poke and poke and poke and poke with me because I cut them off. I let bygones be bygones. I really don't have no beef with nobody when I cut them off. It's just I saw you for who you are and that's it. So I move on. But of course, when it comes to disrespect and people keep trying you, you gotta stand up for yourself. This is what I do. This is not me being weak. This is me being emotionally stable and actually being mature. That's all I'm gonna say. So people try to take advantage of that and they really think I'm weak and I'm not. Just like I'm not a fighter, but if I have to defend myself, I will. I'm the type, I'm not gonna fight you for no dumb reason. Especially over no dude, no petty stuff, or it ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not doing that. You had to literally touch me. That's the only way you could get to me is you hit me. That's the only way I'm gonna go off on you and I'm gonna fight you or something like that. So that's another thing. That's to say, a lot of people just saw me as weak because I just didn't react the way they expect me to react. I'm not gonna do that. What's the point? I got stuff to lose. You may not have nothing to lose, but I got something to lose. What the hell? But for real though. So there was times, but me going through these things, it really helped me and build my emotional stability in a sense by experiencing these things that happened. Because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't perfect back then. I was emotionally unstable. I was very much toxic once before, but that was only one time. But after one time, I learned from my mistake, and I just been doing better, honestly. But I just really want the collective to really like learn how to do this because it's really a problem now today. Everybody's emotionally unstable. Some people are emotionally unavailable as well when it comes to relationships. That can really affect our relationships as well because you have to really be open to your partner so they can understand you. Y'all gotta stop acting like nobody's there for you when they are. It's just y'all choosing not to trust nobody. That's another thing. Y'all gotta learn how to not have trust issues. Go to therapy. If somebody traumatized you, go to therapy, bro. If it's not helping and you just keep thinking you're gonna get the same outcome from dealing with messed up people, that's not it. That's not true. It's just you just don't have the capacity to heal from what you've been hurt from in your ego. You have to learn to get out of your ego and really like hold accountability of why things happen to you. Well, it happened for you, but not to you, but why it had to happen for you as well. And me personally, in relationships, I don't want nobody that's unemotionally unavailable because, like I said, I'm a person that likes to be attentive, and then on top of that, I want you to be attentive to me as well. Like I want you to show that you care about me. All these things. Don't act like you're nonchalant. A lot of people want to pretend like they're nonchalant today. Me personally, I wouldn't say I'm nonchalant, but if I know you don't care, I'm not gonna care either. That's just me because you don't care about my feelings. I don't care about yours. But I deeply care about anybody on this earth. Like I care for you to do better in life, even if we're not cool and stuff like that. But outside of that, nah. If you feel some type of way towards me and stuff like that, nah. You can't be close to me whatsoever. You cannot do that. Mm-mm. And then not everybody's out to get you either. So that's another reason why people tend to be closed off, and it's not really a good thing. You're always gonna be dissatisfied because you don't open your mouth. And I'm gonna speak to the men because this is the men that struggles with speaking up emotionally and how they feel and things like that. Because you grew up being taught like not showing emotion as a man because if not you're wussy type thing. So that's not true. It's okay. And I don't even tell y'all to have. I dealt with people that I was in a relationship with, and that's another thing. I think that's what feared them the most when it came to me, and they pushed me away is because I was able to get them to open up. Because I really don't judge you, none of that. There's times that a guy cried in front of my face, I wiped his tears, all those type of things. I did a lot of stuff, and I genuinely talked to them, and I really cared, and I gave them advice. But of course, some of them are stubborn and stuff, and they want to be stuck in their ways and feel like they're the victim and have a victim mindset, and that's not my business. That's for them to work on. But I'm just there to help. But I can't force the help. I used to try to force it, but I no longer do that. But y'all gotta stop making excuses. Y'all can tell people things. Yes, there's certain people that's messed up in the head. That's also the same way that like emotionally unstable, and it's your choice to deal with her or not. But not everybody's the same, so you gotta stop doing that. Because I know one thing, I can't be with somebody that's like that. They feel like they can't open up. Because I'm not gonna sit here and force myself to get something out of you, and it's going nowhere. And then it's like you still stuck at square one. I can't do it. I just can't. So it's really important to have this when it comes to your career field, your relationship, your friendships, your family, all those type of things. Because you cannot ignore your emotions. Suppressing's not good. Not only that, y'all know how like I'm gonna just put his name because y'all know how Kendrick said the song because he was dissing Drake. He was like, I made music to electrify, you made music to pacify him. And then I remember a girl had posted something about Drake saying like Drake's better because he makes us forget about things. That's not good Because even if he makes music about forgetting things, that shit is still gonna come back and haunt you. Like, I don't understand why people think that um like going out and partying and stuff like that, or just having all these bunch of options and hoes, and that's not good. You're never gonna be satisfied. You're talking about something. I want me a wife or a husband and stuff, but you're still doing these things. You want somebody to be loyal, but you ain't being loyal back. Are y'all slow? Are y'all really dumb? Y'all really think y'all gonna get that and y'all putting out that energy? No, you're not getting that. So don't get mad if you're never satisfied. You're never gonna be satisfied because you're still in that way. You're manifesting that you want that when you not even moving correctly about by what you even want in life. So stop spending so much out of people and you don't even do much for yourself. So that's another thing. I'm gonna say that right now. And I know I probably just strike somebody's chord, but hey, it's whatever. But yeah. So basically, another thing is when you get into like friends, because I got into with friends before, but when they disrespectful, oh, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna disrespect me, and I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And you can, and even if we get into it, we could still make ends meet. Basically, if we get into it, I could forgive you if you really didn't mean it and it wasn't too much disrespect in a sense. But if it was too well, in general, I wouldn't take disrespect. But if it was just you acting on emotions, I understand that. But if it's real deep about what you said, I could tell that's something that you always felt. So I'm not going to stay where I don't belong or shouldn't be at. So I take apologies. If you know like you was wrong for what you did and the whole accountability, I respect you. I really would respect you. I would. And then you don't gotta lie to me. You can tell me the truth even when it hurts. And that's another thing why you should have more stability as well, because you have to be able to intake the hard truths as well. Because sometimes you need to hear the hard truths or people be honest. And I love honesty. Like I said, it can make me cry. I'll be fine. I still respect you because you told the truth. Boom. That's when you just have emotional stability. You know, I ain't gonna act out, none of that. But when you lie to me, it's a different story. But I'm gonna still be cool. But it's like I'm not gonna respect you because you lied for no reason. Why you lie? There was no reason to lie. This is how I feel. There's really no reason to lie at all. So I'm really not the type of person you got lied to. I'm okay with it. Like, you don't want to be with me no more, just say that. Cool. I'll be single. I'll be fine. You want to be my friend no more? Fine. If you don't want to do something, fine. I do it myself. It's fine. But this is what I basically have. And some of the guys is very toxic. I'm gonna say this now. There's people that be in toxic connections and stuff like that. And this is some crazy stuff. Like, I feel bad for people that act like this, but I know it's what they were taught and seen, and they just haven't healed. But it's not good. That stuff could put you in jail. All those type of things, and you don't want to face those consequences if you know you're not about it. For one, um, so yeah, y'all gotta really got to control y'all emotions. Like, you can't um have control of what people do. Like, say if somebody try to leave, you don't want them to leave, so you do crazy stuff for leaving, or they cheating and stuff, but you still deal with them. Y'all gotta like chill out on that, bro. Y'all gotta know y'all worth. Y'all gotta walk away from things that no longer serve your higher good as well. I don't like toxic people around me. I definitely will remove them right away when I see one, because they can put that in my energy field, and that can affect me as well, because I'm seeing what they're doing and I'm going to end up doing it, hanging around them. This is why I don't hang around just anybody anymore either, or easily make people my friends and stuff, because it's really about your character with me, like your true character. Like, I know we're not perfect, but it's about your true character with me. So yeah, this is why I cut people off. And I cut people off that are like this, that's just angry at the world for no reason, all this stuff, and they project on people and stuff like that. It's not good to project, not at all. So what we really need to do as a collective is heal emotionally and create emotional stability. And this allows us to have emotional intelligence. And this can actually help us tap into our intuition more and things like that, because we're able to listen to intuition because it's based upon our emotions. But you got to make sure that you're not in your head mixing your anxiety with your intuition and stuff like that. But overall, this is what I had so far for you guys today. I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And if you need anybody to talk to, need advice, or have any concerns, questions, you can email me at themysticvale2000gmail.com. And I really hope y'all guys enjoyed this podcast. And I was really excited to talk about this because I actually know much about this. So it was pretty easy for me. But I hope y'all got the message.
About you when they told me things, but my mind didn't change, and I still feel the same. What's a life with no fun? Please don't be so ashamed. I've had mine, you've had yours. We both know, we know they won't get you like I will. My only wish is I die real, cause that truth hurts and those lies heal, and you can't sleep thinking that he lies still, so you cry still. Tears all in a pillowcase. Big girls all get a little taste out, pushing me away so I give a space out.